Hey guys, Ali here, how are you doing? Welcome back to another episode of Disco Elysium. Hope you're having a very good day. I'm just going to talk to Joyce again and see if we can further some of the conversations we had before.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I've got some more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favourite part of the day.
Okay,
Go ahead. Ask
him,
me anything.
I want to see this here. Ask for Kim to step away while you discuss the Pale.
Good
Yes!
idea. Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Kim, can I talk to the ma'am alone for a second?
Fine.
He steps away with his notes.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Now, what is the Pale?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes, what is the Pale?
Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Wait, and what is an Isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7.
Holy balls.
Mundi, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And Insulinde is...
An oceanic isla.
Oh.
It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
Okay. What is the Pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Okay.
The negation of being.
The negation of...
That's right. The negation of being.
She tightens her hood around her neck. It's cold outside. Is it here?
No, Detective. We're safe.
She points to the
It
sea.
begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
And pointing north. There?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called porch collapse.
Okay.
Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapour marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism, a mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
If we're surrounded by Pale, how do you get from Isla to Isla?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbour. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost
I'll bet.
or having our minds damaged.
The Pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter.
Okay.
They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology. maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
What does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of pale exposure per year.
That's not a lot.
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger.
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entreprenetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of pale transit annually.
I'll bet her partial lifestyle and the bank balance that comes with that gets her some kind of immunization to the abundance of radiation.
Someone else you've met may have been exposed as well. The strange grey-haired
Oh. Do lorry drivers pass the pale?
Yes.
Aha!
Carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
Oh great, it will also abolish the jobs.
You should ask the pal driver about this.
Yep.
See what she says.
Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
Stand back, guys, stand back. What is entroponetic?
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of grad. The study of the pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
Did they cross it? The Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has entroponetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the pale. The only real advance in pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near pale to far pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end, if we throw them precisely.
And if we do not?
Then they don't.
Well, what do you know?
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
Okay, how much pale is there compared to the world?
The pale outweighs reality 2 to 1.
Wow.
There is more pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? To our detriment,
What
or...?
do you think, detective?
She looks you in the eye. Let's see. It's growing. There's more and more of the pale.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate.
Continue.
An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
Cover everything? That can't be. Where would we go?
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge.
Isn't that just like everyday business?
I suggest you do the same.
Okay, let's return to reality, please.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, detective.
Alright.
Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
Do we get vague shadows of the past? I mean, we had that dream where it was like kind of, you know, hinted that that someone who we loved had left us. But honestly, no, we don't know anything other than we're a cop. Oh yeah, so I guess being a cop and like our notes and all that they're vague shadows of the past. I guess. Yeah, something sends vague shadows of the past, and it's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the pale?
Well. its advance can only be stopped with immediate, true, total ruthless communism. Powerful anti-communist force. It's funny, when I'm thinking about the Pale, I'm thinking about it as a metaphor for climate change, I guess. And more parts of the world get infected or infested by the Pale. Covered up by the Pale, and obviously that renders that area of the world uninhabitable because of radiation, right? Powerful anti-communist force, perhaps too powerful, but still, they have it coming. I'm worried, I have to say, it doesn't sound very liberal to me. I don't know how you've all survived with it. It's a huge accomplishment. It will end all life. Her eyes tense. Crow's feet radiate from them. She observes you, your bloodshot eyes and swollen face.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
The investigation will be my masterpiece. The one they remember me by, I promise. Hold on. I'll handle it. It's under control. Yeah.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile, you have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
She gives you a slight bow.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
That was fucking insane, Kim.
Yes, well, the rest of us have dealt with it for thousands of years, so...
He looks around a little uncomfortable now.
You will have to deal with it, too, the lieutenant thinks. This is why I didn't want you to know.
Okay. Okay, some more reality lowdown before we go.
I'm happy to oblige.
I do not really have the chops for that, do I? Yeah. Yeah, that's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
No thanks, that's all for now. Alright, so we got some more information there. And apparently completed another quest. Nice, okay. So with that reality lowdown, we're a little bit more in the know of the state of this world. This crazy, crazy world that we live in. But I don't know if it actually helps us with our investigation. So, how close am I to another skill point? Oh, 3 points. Game, you're killing me here. I just want to put some more onto this, that's all. I think it was this that affects me being able to jump that chasm at the harbour. Ah, game. Game, game, game. I'm going to talk to the old lady again. I've not talked to her since yesterday. And it's possible that she has some insight that we could glean some value from. There she is.
Give me a moment.
The cleaning lady still seems to have difficulty breathing. I have a few questions about these apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Oh, right. Do you know who lived in the foreclosed apartment?
The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume.
I like that description. The cleaning lady shrugs, her mouth puckered like a dried fig. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a good line. Why is there a hole in the wall in the abandoned apartment?
Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls.
Is one of the residents on vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
Alright, alright.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
Who lives in apartment 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
She pauses, eyeing the hallway. We'll have to maybe look into that, I think.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll go see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Who lives behind the padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist. A future scholar.
Suddenly, the old lady's face is beaming.
I think he studies astrology at the community college.
Astrology?
Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
You mean the stars and antlers? I think that's a symbol of communism. Or are you sure you don't mean astronomy?
That's what I said. Astrology.
Okay, she's clearly a little bit, you know, a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic, you know what I'm saying?
The lieutenant shakes his head, as though to say, let it go.
Thanks, that's all.
Oh, no.
She mumbles some kind of response and hacks something into her handkerchief. And it's alive! Thanks, I'm off. Okay, what was apartment 10 again? I forgot which apartment 10 was. This is the one with the overflowing thing, right?
You hear someone walking around inside,
Yeah.
rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Okay, let's see if this works, okay? This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here? Locked door is talking. Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
Then open the door so I can verify your identity. Oh, come on! There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked.
That was smart.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to just say, I don't need a warrant. I'm going to come busting in there with my big muscles and my gun that I've lost. But no, I decided to talk. Thanks, Kim. Alright, let's go in here. That is an interesting suit. And I think it's a lady.
Satisfied?
Really?
My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
She jingles a set of keys in her hand.
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least.
That's a lot of bloody keys.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad passport. I'm going to inspect the passport.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Nice haircut.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
Let's see. What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
It's one room. It's a small accommodation. Sounds like they knew how to have a good time. Reprehensible. Who lived here?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner.
Huh.
You'd think they'd make rent.
She stops, hesitating.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall.
Don't. Silly guy Ron.
So preppy. She's probably on some low-grade performance enhancers,
Yeah.
like Preptide or Pericanine.
A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
She snaps her fingers.
The sum must have been puny.
The money has also disappeared, I think.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
It couldn't have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby.
These apartments are perfectly fine. I'll tell you.
Oopsie, sorry.
Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
I'll just finish this one. They have gorgeous architecture and a million real view of the bay. Good ventilation, neighbours, life, spark, and they're affordable. But they're this. So I'm assuming this whole apartment building's got communal bathrooms and washing facilities and all that. So wait, what happened with the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
She's still shaking her head, manicured hands now crossed over her chest. That's all, thank you.
Of course.
And I'm going to investigate this area here. And I'm going to check that out too. Looks like a fine mattress. Let's have a thought here. Don't be ridiculous. You can hear it swarming with bugs. A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. Ooh. I have a new skill point. I'm going to add it right here. I'm sure this is a skill I want, so hopefully that'll help us next time we try to jump that chasm on the way to the harbour. Alright. Report back to the cleaning lady. Okay, let's hand this bad boy off. She's having a bad day though, eh? Whew. Let's go in here. Oh! Some posh old shoes! Black monk straps. Oh, there's something here. I don't know what that is, but it looks like drugs. Clothes. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. I don't know what that means. I just heard taxation and started laughing. Composure and, you know? Maybe. We might need composure again some other time, but for now I'm going to wear my black shoes, or my newly found black shoes.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
You're right. Beautiful things do make people happy.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world.
Well, I just realised those drugs I picked up were for morale, and I got a pack of 3, so I'm gonna use one of them to get my main blocks up there. Okay, draping your yeah.
Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. Ultra liberal.
Okay, let's get out of here and talk to the old lady, hand in that quest. Hello.
Give me a moment.
Okay. I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Lax women, sexual deviance, that still come. Patoy. Let's see. Yeah, radio computer wizards are coming. They're going to save the place and the economy.
Oh, I do like wizards. And people like that in general. They have a lot to tell us about our fates.
What? Oh, okay.
She means clairvoyance.
Okay, thanks, I'm off. I can't talk about clairvoyance with somebody who actually believes in them. That's insane. Right, I'm just kidding. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, the postcard. Yeah, I need to sell this stuff. I need to sell some of this. Yeah. Alright, so we got that handed off. Ooh, I didn't see that before. Book 16 Days of Coldest April. Ooh. What's that? Interact. The cover features a row of concrete buildings with a monochrome rainbow in the sky. It tells a rather excruciating story about two lovers during a period of ethnic unrest in Yugograd. The book has been filed under under psychological realism.
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekaterina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow.
Feels heavy.
Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead.
How long is this book anyway?
You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long. Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading.
Okay, let's start reading then.
In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturned motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes.
What happens next?
It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
Yeah, read 10 more pages.
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence.
Okay.
He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft.
And the woman?
She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin.
Ugh.
As every single one of her dreams dies, one by one.
That's a sad story.
The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit.
This is terrible. I can't bear it down.
As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Let's look at the back cover.
The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
And what does she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you.
Put the book away. Nice little bit of fiction there. Let's look at the window. Or it's kind of broken window. The sea below looks cold, wintry grey. Yeah, let's get out of here. We're getting to 5 PM now. 4 hours until that guy comes home. What else can we do? I don't think she has anything new to say, does she?
Hello again,
Oh.
officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
So you won't talk about the murder, but maybe you can tell us something about the murder victim's missing armor.
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the, body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy.
Yeah.
I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
The fishing village.
If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time.
And there's a little girl wearing gloves there?
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does.
Ah.
Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
She looks at you, a little sad suddenly.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
Catch you later, Cindy. Fishing village. Down the coast. Huh? What am I looking for here? I'm looking for something, but I don't know what it is I'm looking for. I have a map. Here we go. Oh, I have a map now. Okay. So... broken window. Measurehead. Hanged man. I don't know what the difference is between the ones in white and ones in... Oh, I think it's items. Oh no, items and characters maybe? No, because that's an item. Ah yeah, here. Fisherman Shacks. This is what I'm looking for, right? So I essentially need to go down past... Oh, hold on, let me get this right now. Yeah, I kind of need to go down past... like ceiling and that pawn shop, but I can't go there yet because the lock isn't fixed. So I need to wait until tomorrow for that. Ask the little girl in the fishing village down the coast who knows something about the armor gloves. Okay. Alright. Cindy was useful there. I don't think this girl's going to be useful, though. That's for sure. Let's see here.
Trying to sneak up on me again.
God damn it, no. Not what I'm looking for at all. Oh, there's something up there. What is that? I can't get it from here. I can go in the door, though. And then go up onto the balcony and get it. Let's see, balcony. That old lady. Kind of charging herself with keeping the place clean. She does a decent job. But what a way to spend your retirement, you know? More cash, thank you. Oh yeah, he's not home yet. I'm 4 hours too early. Right, I'm gonna see if I can jump that chasm over to where the harbor is. See if I can get myself in there. Let's see here. I have a feeling I've already pillaged this area. Oh, maybe not. Orange bum hat. No Safed. I don't actually have a hat yet. What was it? Rhetoric. Sorry, it gives me reaction speed though. I look great in that hat. Yeah. Box of sunglasses. Oh yes. Yes. Police cloak. Yeah, I know where that is. Man, oh yeah, that's in the bookstore. So nice to have a map again. Oh, well, finally, should I say. Not again. I never had one before. Yeah, I'm not going to get up there from here. Let's get out of Dodge here. And try and make our way into the harbour again. My hat does look a bit dirty though, doesn't it? I don't do very much for my appearance here. I don't really care about the public having much confidence in me as a law enforcement officer. I just think that the title is enough, that people should respect the title and any notoriety that comes with it. And it must help the law enforcement. It's not that simple, is it? It really isn't. Especially when I look like a hobo, when I'm not supposed to look like a hobo. I only have half the money I need for my rent, still. All because I bought a damn raincoat. I must go to the pawn shop soon and see what I can fob off. Where was it again? It's raining again. Raining coat. +1 endurance. And what does that take over? My jacket. Can't remember what this does. Understand cop culture. Oh yeah. Endurance. It is raining. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, physique base +3. This doesn't give me pecs or anything, but it will do. Okay. Follow me up the ladder here, Kim. You know the drill. I hope I can make this check.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Okay. Let's try again. I don't remember what my odds were before. I think they were in the 40s before, so... Yes! Yes! Ooh.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Close your eyes, let your senses take in the world around you.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement.
Continue the voyage through the salty air. Yes!
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive. Alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
Wait, what? You climbed down?
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Yeah, there's plenty of it. It's really loud here. Okay, RCM patrol cloak. Right, now we're really gonna piss people off. What does this give me again? Endurance. Oh yeah. What does shivers give me? Raise the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. Alright, I'll take that. I look pretty badass in this cloak. The hat is something I think I'm going to have to maybe revisit sometime. But we are now in the harbour. That is epic. So that means that this is the absolute best time to end this episode for now. We will explore the harbour for the first time in the next episode and see if we can get to that Union boss who can perhaps help us out. But for now though, I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you liked the video, obviously you can hit that button. If you want to stick around for more of this game later or any other game that I cover in the future, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out. And of course, if you have any thoughts and feelings that you would like to express about this game or anything else, make sure to use the comment section down below. For now though, take care, and I will catch you in the next episode.